What's up, y'all? So I'm gonna give you a little video on how to create a southern metal guitar sound on guitar. In terms of like composition, not so much tone. And I want to start with two quick things. So I'm an entirely self-taught guitarist. So if I get something wrong in terms of terminology, or I'm just not using whatever, the right lingo, I apologize. I don't really know what I'm doing. And then the second one, so I guess I'm going to kind of start like a little series of these. So if there's anything you want to know or you want me to do a little demo on or whatever, subscribe, man, and leave me a comment and tell me what you want to know, and I'll do my best. I am a guitar instructor on the side, so I like to think I know a little bit. But anyways, moving on to the Southern Metal conventions. So basically, Southern Metal is basically a blend of blues and whatever other style of metal. And so to get your blues sound, just in terms of notes, so you have your blues scale, which is a derivative of your minor pentatonic. So here is your minor pentatonic. And so all that's different with the blues scale is it adds an extra note, a little chromatic. So so that if I'm telling you the frets, open 3, 5, 7, 10, 12 is your minor pentatonic. And the blues, instead of just going from 5 to 7, you'll go 5, 6, 7, and it gives you that bluesy sound. I'm not the best lead player, so this is going to be centered around rhythm guitar stuff. So get that down. That'll give you like the sound itself. But I'm going to focus more on techniques here, on like how to get a more bluesy sound out of your playing. So the first one is hammer-ons and pull-offs. And a lot of this stuff I learned from the other guitarist in the band I play in. He's not currently active, but I learned a lot from this guy, so shout out Bob if you're watching this. That's another thing, a great way to improve your guitar playing abilities is to play with other people. You'll learn things you otherwise wouldn't. But I came into the picture, into this band, as more of like a thrash metal, like groove metal, Lamb of God, Slayer, Killswitch, As I Lay Dying, sort of that kind of thing. And then he's more like old school, like bluesy stuff. You know, your Led Zeppelin. Yeah, old school stuff. He's like 20 years older than me, so you know. But one of his things is these weird pull-off little bits. And I'll show it to you. So it doesn't immediately like give you a blues feel, but it's it works in context. So that's just the second fret on G, pull it open, and then the third fret for the rest of the strings. And you can add that, it'll add some flavor. Trying to think of like a song that would have it, but but anyways, moving on. The other one that's quite popular is slides. So sliding into notes, yeah, basically like that. So you'll hear this a lot with Corrosion of Conformity, Down, Pantera, stuff like that. And so it's like it's kind of tricky. You kind of have to hit the note at like the perfect time, and there's not really a way I can do that for you. But I guess kind of like this, and you'll see that same. This is actually a riff from my band, but you'll see that chromatic sequence. So that 5/4/3 in B blues, it would be 7/6/5. We do it 5/4/3, but basically 3 notes in a row will give you sort of that rolling blues feel. Anyways, here's the slide bit I'm talking about. So the slides are very good. Just adds a little spice, a little flavor, and that's really all the blues is you're just playing like very flavorful, soulful bits. And then what's next? So we've got your blues scale, you've got your slides. Bends are very good. Again, you can take very simple passages and make it something better. So doing stuff like that. Another one, I don't know what you call these, but they're inverted power chords. Maybe that's what they're called. But you've heard them before. It's like if you listen to Slash or AC/DC or any of that stuff, you'll hear it all the time. But and all that is if you take the bottom half of a power chord, but so let's say, well, there's an easier way to explain this. So on your D and G string, 5 and 5, and then 5 to 7 7. Whatever these are called, these chords are everywhere in blues stuff. Beyond that, your pinch harmonics. Zakk Wylde or like Corrosion, you'll hear these all the time. Again, it adds more flavor. So yes, that's some of it. I feel like I might be missing a couple things here. Yeah, again, going back to like the hammer-ons and pull-offs, just and giving stuff breathing room. So if you're coming from like a thrash or a groove metal background, it's very rapid fire. There's no dull moments. There's no like pauses or breaks, I guess. And you're gonna have to kind of get out of that habit and learn to like play things slower and let notes sort of sustain and ring out and what have you. And then yeah, so your hammer-ons and pull-offs and stuff, and then you can just kind of incorporate all this. So it's not a whole lot, but if you listen to a lot of blues metal kind of stuff and then just play it, it'll start to make sense. Like, when should I bend this note, or like when should I play that weird chord I just showed you, or when should I pinch this note, and then yeah, and just kind of develop your own style. But basically your blues scale and then a handful of techniques and you're kind of golden. And one other thing I should add is the sort of dichotomy or contrast between lower pitch notes and higher pitch notes. So if you notice, it's especially noticeable in a low tuning like B, but if you see, like, I'll go from the B string down to the other B string, kind of skip it. So go from like a low note to a high note. For instance, let's see. If that makes sense. So to keep things interesting, you know, keep things spicy. And the other one, a lot of these southern metal bands are under the influence when they make this stuff, and that's why a lot of it's really slow and simple, is because that's what your brain is doing. So yeah, if you're of the age, I feel like a couple beers might help you in that aspect. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed that. Again, if you're looking for some sort of lesson or guidance or whatever, just leave a comment. Let me know what you'd like to hear about, and yeah, I'm more than happy to do it. And of course, do me a favor, subscribe, check out all the socials. It's all the same name on pretty much all the social media platforms. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time, man. Take care.